It's game day today, and I'm repping my hometown Atlanta Falcons, and we are going to be taking these potatoes in this video today, and we're going to be turning them into the ultimate appetizer for your football gatherings. Let's get started. What we are making today is called a croquette, and all we do is take these potatoes, we turn them into mashed potatoes, and we do this right here. We're going to be taking some toppings. I have some chopped bacon that I've already cut, some sauteed onions, and some shredded cheese that we got together, and we're going to be putting that all into one mixture and then frying it up. It's going to be awesome. Let's go wash these potatoes first, and then let's start the process of boiling them to get them ready to mash. We washed our potatoes. Now we are going to take them into this already boiling pot of water, and we're just gonna drop them in there, and we're gonna let them boil for about 20 minutes. We want them nice and soft to the touch when we stick a fork in it, because then we're gonna mash it down. Now while we're waiting for our potatoes to boil, we're gonna set up our dredging station, and then we're gonna cook some hamburger meat or some ground sirloin and mix that with some of Cosmo Q's sizzling burger rub. And we're gonna get all that set up, and then by that time, hopefully potatoes should be done, and we should be able to mash those out and cook them up and then get this stuff going. So first thing you're gonna need is 1 cup of flour, just like that. It doesn't matter what kind. Next, you're gonna need about 3 eggs. So we have 3 here. Boom. You are going to take a fork and whisk this together just like that. You want to make sure that we get all that beaten together. Looking good, looking good. You want that consistency. That's about what we're looking for right there. Beautiful. And then lastly, you have panko. You want to do about another cup of the panko, but you can go a little bit higher on this if you want, because we're going to be covering a lot of potatoes on that. So I'm going to go 2 cups. Just like that. So we'll dredge our potatoes in a flour mixture, then we'll put them in the wet bath with the eggs, and then we'll end it up here with the panko, and then we're gonna deep fry them in our cast iron skillet. But first, let's go cook that ground sirloin and get that hamburger meat ready. I've already taken some onions and I chopped them up and I've sauteed them here, which I hit with Cosmo Q's garlic jalapeno rub because that stuff's good. I got some fresh shredded cheese right here, and then of course, you can't have a cookout without bacon. You can't have anything without bacon. We're gonna take our ground sirloin that we got here. This is lean, it's 90-10, got it from Publix. Great place to get meat. You should have your stove on a medium-high heat. We're gonna put just a little bit of olive oil down, just like that, enough to cover the bottom. And then rub that all around, just like that. Gordon Ramsay would be proud, probably not. And then we're gonna take our ground beef and simply put it on there, just like that. Now this pan's probably a little small, but that's okay. We're gonna be breaking this up and grounding it together and getting that nice crumbled ground meat, kind of like taco meat, but we're not flavoring it with taco. We got the sizzling burger rub from Cosmo Q. So what we're also gonna do is go ahead and hit a little bit of that right now, just to throw it on there and mix it in. Let it cook in it. That's a lot. So we're gonna get this going. These are still going. We got about 15 minutes left on the timer. We'll check back here in just a minute when we get that meat all browned up. Took about 10 minutes, but we got this nice and seasoned, again with the sizzling burger. It's part of their best rub line, and we got it nice and golden brown. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna dump it into a bowl right here, because we don't want that grease going down the drain or anything like that. So we're gonna take it and put it in this bowl, and then we're gonna combine everything together in this bowl right here. So let's go ahead and transfer this cooked meat to the pan. Then we have about a couple more minutes left on the potatoes. We're moving right along. It's a beautiful thing. Now what I'm doing here is I'm taking my wooden spoon and I'm beating it down to make sure that we get it, break up those big chunks, because we're gonna mix all this together and we're gonna have it marry together in the pan, or in the pot, excuse me, in the bowl. And then we're going to form kind of little football shapes with these. That's why it's a great football appetizer. Also, if you want to know this recipe, go to my website, grillmartco.com. Say it with me, grillmartco.com. On the menu board blog, and you can find this recipe there. But if you're a visual learner like me, you can watch this video and read the blog. Also, we got new fall merch out too. We got some great hoodies. The timer's done. We got a great beanie. We got a sweatshirt out. Awesome stuff coming through the Grill Mart Co. shop. Make sure to check that out as well. Now that we're done with this, let's go check on those potatoes. These are proving a lot more tender now. So, we're gonna take this, pardon my steamy glasses, and we're gonna drain it into the colander right here. Now in the same pot, we're gonna be melting some butter, some cream cheese, and some buttermilk, and we're gonna put that all in with the mashed potatoes and mash them down. So first thing is we turn down the temperature to like a medium heat, not a medium high heat. And we're gonna take some butter right there. We're gonna let that melt. We got some cream cheese here as well. We're gonna be mixing in. A little bit of buttermilk we're gonna add in there as well. We're gonna take our potatoes, dump them in there with it. And then we take our lovely potato masher and just start mashing away. So we've got these nice and mashed down. I went ahead and I cut them into pieces. That made it a little bit easier. So now we're gonna transfer this into the giant bowl and we're gonna start putting everything together. First thing we want to do is take our Spice Wallace Sicilian sea salt, sprinkle that over it just like that, get a little bit of flavor in there, and then we're going to hit it with some black pepper as well, and we're just going to get some of that in there because flavor and seasoning is the spice of life. That's good. Next we have our sauteed onions. Dump those in just like that. Perfect. Shredded cheese, we'll probably get a little more shredded cheese in there. Bacon, just like that. And we're gonna spoon in some of our seasoned ground beef on top. What we are doing is making a hamburger croquette. Something you would find on the grill, and we're gonna fry it up. Because hey, that's awesome. So now we just take this and mix it all together until it's a good mixture. So we've got a good mixture here. Kind of looks like shepherd's pie a little bit. We got the ground beef, the bacon, the onions, salt, pepper, everything in there that we want. And basically everything you would find on your burger. Now, we're just gonna take these and kind of form them into balls and we're gonna put them on a pan just like this. Now we're trying to be careful because it's hot. Just like that. Maybe a little less on these. We're gonna take these once we're done and we form them, and we're gonna put them in the freezer for about 20 minutes so that it'll kind of solidify so that we can then deep fry them. So we got messy hands. We formed them into footballs like I said we would. Now we're gonna take them to the deep freezer. We're gonna set a timer for 20 minutes. That's gonna help solidify this, keep it all together, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. And then we're gonna dredge them and put them in the oil and fry them up. And hopefully we'll have a great appetizer at the end of this. Into the deep freezer they go. Follow the journey. We're gonna lay them flat right here. Set a timer for 20 minutes. It's halftime, which means it is time to go check on those potatoes. So let's see how firm they are, and then we're gonna dredge them through and put them in the oil. All right, these should be ready because we can pick them up and they are not falling apart. And they're not frozen, they're just firm enough that we can dredge them through. So let's put them through that cycle Really simple. I'm just gonna be using one hand, but we got our football. We're gonna put it in flour. Make sure you get it fully covered like that. Dip it off. Put it in the egg wash like this. Get that nice and covered as well. Then the panko. Make sure to get it nice and covered in the panko as well. And then onto the pan. And we'll just do that 5 more times. So we're gonna check the temperature of the oil. It needs to be at 350 or higher. We don't want it too much higher. I got my instant read here. And we are floating almost near 420. So yeah, we're ready to go. We got them all dredged up. Take a look at these beauties right here. Beautiful. So, we're gonna place these here. So we're going to take these and gently place it in the oil. And we can cook a couple of these at a time. We don't want to overdo it, so we're just gonna do 2 right there. We're using canola oil to cook. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna let them cook for about 2 minutes, flip them, because everything's already cooked on the inside. We're just crisping out the outside. And you can see right here, it's already starting to brown up. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. And they've only been cooking about a minute. Looks like a little football, that's cool. Check this out, come in close. Look at that. We got a nice crispy brown all the way around. Set it right here. And look at that one, same thing. Beautiful. But we want to make sure they are crispy, so we got a knife right here. Listen. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna fry up the rest of these and then we're gonna cut them open and take a bite. Take a look at this right here. Beautiful crispiness. Now, normally you could use this with some kind of dip. You can make a sour cream dip if you're doing loaded baked potato croquettes, anything like that. We went with the hamburger one because this is a grilling channel after all, and here on this channel we do grilling so rare, it's well done. Now, I know we didn't use the grill today, but let's cut into this bad boy, see how it turned out. Beautiful. We got all the ingredients in there. Now, let's take our fried croquette, hamburger croquette. Take a bite. I mean, it tastes like a hash brown. You've got the panko on the outside, it's fried potatoes, so instantly you're gonna get that French fry or hash brown taste. The panko had some Parmesan in there, so you can really taste the flavor of that. This is really good. And with the sour cream dip, any kind of dip really, this will be even better. Go for 3rd bite. Got some bacon right there, cheese. This will be a hit at any party, football or not. We got the football shape here, but this appetizer is gonna bring your grilling game to the next level. I'm so excited this came out really well. So I'm gonna finish this one off, and until next time, make sure you eat well, you do well, serve good food.